China just pulled back the curtain on a breakthrough AI system called WOW, the first self-evolving world model that allows robots to think, learn, and move with human-like physical intuition. At the same time, a Beijing startup, Noetics Robotics, rolled out a $1,370 humanoid called Boomy, built for everyday homes and classrooms. And then Unitree's G1 took things even further, showcasing insane balance by dragging a 3,100-pound, 1,400-kilogram car. Robotics in China just stepped into a new era. So let's get into it. WOW, the first self-evolving world model for robotic intelligence. China is on an unstoppable run right now with humanoid robots and AI. In just a short span of months, the country has moved from controlled lab experiments to robots that can think, move, and behave in ways that feel almost human. All of it is driven by a new generation of advanced models. The most compelling of them so far is something known as the World Omniscient World Model, or simply WOW. It's being described as the world's first self-evolving multimodal world model system, and what it does is genuinely remarkable. WOW was developed by the Beijing Humanoid Robot Innovation Center in collaboration with Ping University and the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. At its core, it combines a physical simulation model with a vision language model. In practical terms, this means robots powered by WOW can imagine outcomes, verify results, and correct themselves. They begin to form a sense of physical intuition, much like how humans understand cause and effect. The motivation behind WOW is simple but powerful. Most existing video or simulation models only observe the world passively. They see events unfold, but they don't truly understand why they happen. WOW takes the opposite approach. It allows the model to actively engage with its environment, learn through interaction, and refine its understanding via trial and error. With 14 billion parameters, it learns physics the same way humans do, by acting, making mistakes, and getting better over time. The team built WOW on what they called the Sophia paradigm, which blends large language models with diffusion transformers to produce physically accurate results guided by language. So when you instruct a robot to slide a cup off a table without spilling it, WOW doesn't just generate text or visuals. It predicts the outcome, reasons through the result, and refines its internal model to make the next action more realistic. It follows a continuous loop of prediction, critique, and refinement, repeating until the behavior becomes both intelligent and physically consistent. To evaluate this system, the researchers introduced a new benchmark called WOW Bench. It tests how well AI systems perceive environments, reason about future outcomes, make decisions, and carry out actions in a generalized way. So far, WOW has achieved state-of-the-art results, outperforming other models in physical realism, temporal consistency, and the ability to follow complex instructions. One of the most impressive demonstrations shows how WOW can be applied to tasks like novel view synthesis and trajectory-guided video generation. In simple terms, the model can accurately simulate how an object would appear from a different perspective, or how it would move through a real physical space, all while maintaining logical consistency. Researchers also showed that WOW can boost the planning capabilities of vision language models by feeding them simulated feedback, allowing for more efficient task planning. The authors of the research make it clear that this represents a major step toward AI systems with real physical common sense. When robots learn from large-scale real-world interactions instead of just text or video, their grasp of cause and effect becomes far more grounded. This is the missing bridge between today's chatbots and tomorrow's embodied intelligence. Robots that don't just observe and describe the world, but exist within it, learn from it, and make their own decisions. Boomy, the ultra-affordable $1,370 humanoid for everyday homes and classrooms. While China continues to push the limits of robot intelligence on the software side, it's also making aggressive moves on the hardware front, especially on price. The country has just revealed what's being called the world's cheapest humanoid robot, and it's neither a toy nor a concept demo. It's a fully functional walking and talking humanoid named Boomy, developed by a startup called Noetics Robotics. Boomy is priced at just 9,998 yuan, roughly $1,370, and stands a little over 3 feet tall, or about 94 centimeters. It weighs around 12 kilograms, roughly 26.5 pounds. Compared to full-size humanoids from companies like Unitree, it's small, but that's entirely intentional. Noetix isn't trying to rival heavy industrial robots. Instead, it's creating a new category: compact, lightweight, and affordable humanoids designed specifically for education and home environments. What makes Boomi impressive is that, despite its size and price, it can walk, balance, and even dance, and it does so with unexpected smoothness. Early footage shows a level of stability you wouldn't expect from a robot costing under $1,400. That's less than a flagship smartphone or a high-end drone. According to the company, this is the first consumer-grade humanoid priced below 10,000 yuan, and it could signal a major shift for the industry. Most humanoid robots capable of dynamic motion still cost tens of thousands of dollars in China and far more in Western markets. Boomi's low cost comes from smart design decisions, lightweight composite materials, an in-house motion control system, and a modular build that makes repairs and customization easier. Rather than focusing on heavy labor, it prioritizes interaction, engagement, and learning. Noetix's earlier robot, the Noetix N2, had already sold more than 2,500 units and even completed a half marathon for humanoid robots earlier this year, a surprising achievement. That success helped establish the company as one of China's fastest-rising robotic startups. With Boomi, their goal is clearly mass adoption. The robot is powered by a 48-volt battery with a capacity of over 3.5 amp-hours, providing roughly 1 to 2 hours of use per charge. It supports drag-and-drop graphical programming, making it accessible even for kids and beginners. Voice interaction is also built in, allowing it to function as a simple assistant, respond to commands, or act as a learning companion. Noetix plans to open pre-orders during China's Double 11 and Double 12 shopping festivals, running from November 11th through December 12th. It's a strategic move, tapping into the country's busiest shopping season and aiming to generate the kind of excitement usually reserved for smartphone launches, this time for robots. The startup itself is young, founded in September 2023 by a team from Tsinghua and Jiang University. In under 2 years, they've gone from academic research to a consumer-ready humanoid priced below $1,500. That speed highlights just how competitive China's robotics ecosystem has become. Independent robotics outlet RoboHub has already shared clips of Boomi walking and dancing. While it doesn't yet match the dexterity or upper body control of larger humanoids, its movement is remarkably smooth for its class. If Noetix can scale this approach, Boomi could represent the first real wave of humanoid robots designed for classrooms and households, not just labs and showrooms. Unitree's G1, tiny robot, incredible strength in action. Now let's shift the focus from small, friendly humanoids to one that is all about sheer strength and precise control. At the Beijing Academy of Artificial Intelligence, researchers put Unitree's G1 humanoid to a challenge that would make most humans pause: pull a car, and not just any car, a real full-sized vehicle weighing 1,400 kilograms. Despite its small frame, the G1 weighs only 35 kilograms and stands about 132 centimeters tall. Yet, it managed to drag this massive load across a flat surface. Sure, the car was on smooth ground, reducing friction, but even so, the balance, coordination, and control required to perform this feat are extraordinary for a robot of this size. What's truly remarkable isn't only that the robot could move the car, but how it executed the task. In the video footage, you can see the G1 leaning sharply backward, shifting its feet rapidly to maintain traction, and constantly adjusting to stay upright. All of this happens autonomously without any human intervention. The robot dynamically balances itself while pulling a load roughly 40 times its own weight, highlighting the sophistication of its motion control and feedback systems. This level of dynamic balance is critical for humanoid robots operating in real-world environments. Imagine warehouses, factories, or even rescue missions. A robot like G1 could transport heavy equipment across uneven surfaces, step over obstacles, or assist in moving objects without tipping over or losing control. Unitree has a history of jaw-dropping demonstrations, flips, sprints, and recoveries after being pushed to the ground, but this test is different. It's not just for show, it proves practical strength and real-world capability. It demonstrates that these machines are beginning to understand and respond to real-world physics in a reliable, controlled manner. Of course, challenges remain. Even with this remarkable progress, most humanoid robots still struggle with fine hand dexterity. Walking, running, or balancing is becoming more natural, but delicate tasks like buttoning a shirt or picking up fragile objects remain far from perfect. Still, G1 is a clear sign of how fast humanoid robotics is advancing and what the near future could hold for intelligent machines capable of both strength and precision. China's robotics surge toward embodied intelligence. China's robotics ecosystem is racing toward embodied intelligence. Engineers aren't just teaching machines to move, they're teaching them to move naturally, safely, and confidently around people. The goal is simple: robots that fit into real workplaces without feeling awkward or dangerous. We're still a few years from seeing them everywhere, but the shift is already happening. What's truly surprising is the speed. China is advancing faster than anyone predicted. If this momentum holds, 2026 could be the moment robots step into a home, cook dinner, tidy the room, and adapt on the fly. Not because every action was hard-coded, but because the machines actually understand their surroundings and intent. That future is forming now. Subscribe for more here.